Me, 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 me.
Me, me, me.
But good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Upper Michigan today. We are live in Ishpeming at Westwood High to get a preview or a sneak peek a spring spectacular. We're really excited. So I know these students have really been working hard on this musical, and it's a really exciting time.
Oh, multiple student groups coming together to create this performance for one night only. That's happening on Friday, May 30th. We'll have the details for you in a moment. Right now, as you can see, the stage is a bit empty. It's quiet here in the Patriots Performing Arts Theater, but all of that is going to change throughout the episode. We will have a couple of sneak peeks. Students will perform 2 different musical numbers throughout this episode of Upper Michigan Today. We'll be highlighting some of the students involved, the musicians, what it takes to put together a musical performance for the end of the school year. So we're here with the choir director for Westwood, Alex Pokinghorn. Thanks a lot for having us. It's always a pleasure to come to Westwood High School. Your students really pull out all the stops.
Yes, they do. Yeah, thank you guys for coming here today. Our Spring Spectacular is coming up this Friday, and this is a bit of an homage to a concert that I had when I was in high school, and it's kind of combining 2 of the specialized vocalist / instrumental groups here at Westwood High School. Voices in Motion, which is kind of the Swiss Army knife of vocal groups here, because we do the musical in the fall, and then they switch over to usually different show choir numbers throughout the year. And then we have solo and ensemble that they participate in, so they really do a little bit of everything. And then a newer group to Westwood is a group that has now become known as Pit Stop. Forever it was called Backup Band. And that's the other student group that's going to be performing. And this is a group that, a lot like when I was in high school, we had a special group. It was at Hurley K through 12. Shout out to Silver Express. It was a show group where you had a student backup band. So you had a bass player, drummer, guitarist, and everything like that. We're playing things like Billy Joel and Bon Jovi and, some modern country and, you name it. They play a little bit of everything, and gives those students who, might not be in those music classes but play guitar and things like that, a venue to play.
Yeah, and an opportunity to connect with other student performers as well and do something a little bit different. As a teacher, it must be really bittersweet getting ready for this performance. I mean, it's the end of the year. You're getting ready to, see your students off for the summer. Some of them, the seniors, they won't be performing on here again. What does that feel like?
That's, you nailed it on the head. It's bittersweet. It gets harder every year. This is year 3 now. And I've just gotten to know these people more and more. Now, the other side of that coin is they're going to go off and they're going to do cool things with with the rest of their lives. But yeah, that's always hard because it does leave a vacuum. We've got 2 students that are they both have everything on lock. So yeah, it's gonna be hard to let them go.
Yeah.
So speaking of students, how much input did they have on this concert? Did they compose anything? How did the makeup of it come together?
Well, let's see. When it comes to Voices in Motion, that is more or less decided by me throughout the year. They do have some input when it comes to the show choir kind of numbers, but usually I'm the one who ends up picking those. But when it comes to the backup band or Pit Stop, that is where they do get a little bit more saying what they want to do, because there's a lot of solos throughout the concert and everything where they get to sing things for example, some Megan Maroney, Tennessee Orange, or just other songs that they say, hey, I want to sing this, and then we see if we can work it up together with the rest of the backup band and everything. So they get a little more in there.
So how have you seen the students grow from when you guys first started this to now about to have this coming up in the next couple of days?
Right. I mean, it's quite a process. Voices in Motion is used to this kind of performance. So they're kind of the veterans when it comes to this. Pit Stop, with this being their 2nd year. They've grown a lot, especially in this past year, because it is different compared to saying playing guitar in your room just for fun, and then finally getting together with some other players and having to figure out how to gel with each other. Not how to play over each other, how to listen to each other, and that's been a big area of growth this year. So we're going to see that this Friday.
And I feel like that's just a great lesson for those students to learn too outside of the stage, working with other students that maybe their skill levels might be lower than them, but helping them, working together, and it's all give and take.
Yep, and that's a true thing over the years. I've been a bass player for 20 years now because of a group like this. And what I can say is that there's no better way to make yourself a better player or musician than to play with a group. So
what does rehearsal look like? Like, what's the schedule looking like? Like, when you guys first start, like, how do you guys warm up? Like, get through it all.
Well, I mean, like, for a group like the backup band, it's first off, I mean, obviously tuning. That's something, but that's just, some of the basics. But really, it comes down to just getting familiar with the songs first, playing through, with like a track, that kind of thing, and then just slowly but surely workshopping that and pulling out the rug until they have to, stand on their own 2 feet. So.
Well, we will be hearing from some of those students about their rehearsal process. We'll be hearing some musical numbers throughout this episode of Upper Michigan Today, so stay tuned. We have to take our first commercial break of the show, but we'll be back in 3 minutes.